I'm Terra, and you're Terra's friend. Come in, come in, come in. Today, I have a little wisdom to tell you. It has to do with a rose bush, and I'll just get right into it. Years ago, I believe 2 years ago, I decided to go into my neighbor's yard one day and snip a piece of his rose bush. I took a stem, a couple branches, whatever you want to call them, but I took it. And I decided that I was going to propagate these so I could have my own rose bush. Now, if you don't know what propagation is, it's essentially the act of forming new life, new plant life from the old one. So you take, say, a bamboo shoot and you plant it in the ground, and then you eventually have a bamboo tree. So similar with the rose bush. And so I took care of this thing, I nurtured it, and it was turning out very beautifully. I was giving it the proper nutrients, and so it grew and it grew, and it finally had its first flowers. I'm just so proud of it. Just feels great. However, this past winter and spring, and even into the last couple weeks, I could sense that there was something wrong with the plant. Like it wasn't getting the proper nutrients, or it was too burnt. I could just feel that there was life draining from it. It didn't feel like it was being fulfilled. And so I kept looking at it like, what do you need? What do you want from me? Speak to me, tell me. And so with this summer heat, I came to the conclusion that it was just way too freaking hot. It was getting too much direct sunlight, and it was just not growing. No matter how much I watered it, no matter how many wood chips I put, it just wasn't happening. So I followed my intuition, and I followed what the plant told me, and it said that we need something of a shaded spot. And so I took it and I put it underneath the crepe myrtle tree. Very shaded, and if you know something about crepes, they sprinkle, they cry, you could say. They're always dripping water. And so I leave this plant there for a while, and I check on it ever so often, and I can feel in my chest that the plant itself is more fulfilled in this new environment. I'm giving it more water, making sure that the water isn't drying up and it's shaded, and it's just wonderful. And so as time continues, I'm seeing new leaves on it. It's getting its life back, so to speak. And I tell you this story, I give you this wisdom, because sometimes we may be in the wrong environment. Sometimes we may need a different setting in order to fully flourish. What was once a proper setting has now turned into something of a detriment, and therefore change is needed. We must move, we must relocate, we must add, we must subtract. And so if you find yourself in a situation that was once serving you, right? Things were going your way, you felt fulfilled, but now in this new situation, you feel like things are dead, dry, maybe it's just not popping the way it used to. You have to listen to yourself and move accordingly. What is your mind telling you? What is your heart telling you? And if you have something to interact with, what is the response that is given? How is it resonating within your systems? So, that's it. A couple questions to ask yourself, and a little wisdom to apply. See where it lands. Look within yourself and determine how to move accordingly. And that'll be it for me. So, stay hydrated as always. You be good to yourself. And I'll see you when I see you. Thank you.